What's going on and welcome back. Do you enjoy being evil? Toxic? Are you sick of people ruining your day with Cosmo Enchantress that it's time for you to ruin their day? Well, boy, do I've got the release for you as we jump headfirst into the Toxic and Disruption deck today. Now, this is definitely a growing archetype that's not fully finished. It's not exactly the top in meta or extremely competitive, but the deck does slap, and it's by far one of the most fun decks to play in Marvel Snap. Now, right away, I do want to say that these decks are pretty card heavy. I did make the most budget version that I could, but I will let you know that there are cards that I wouldn't buy with tokens necessarily. Unless you're all into the Toxic Disruption archetype, then I would buy the cards that you see here. But nevertheless, I can assure you, you'll be entertained today as we play with such an incredible archetype and design that I'm looking forward to get more cards that continue to boost the consistency that it'll have in its rank climbing. Let's go ahead and check out the decks. Alrighty, so we've got a lot of decks to work through, but the common theme, obviously, is our Toxic and Disrupt cards. Now, the Hazmat buff has been terrific. I've enjoyed the extra power point, and that's what we're going to look to capitalize on. And now that Luke Cage is going down to pool 3, many of you guys can start to look and see if you're going to enjoy this type of play. Now, the first deck to utilize our Deadly combo is Toxic Rain. Now, this is the more accessible version of the deck. We've got Lizard that Luke Cage is going to go ahead and prevent from losing that -3 power. Makes Lizard a huge play at only 2 cost. We have Invisible Woman to hide our combos that we're going to try to fire off with both Gambit, Hazmat, and Odin. Green Goblin and Debris is to shoot crap on the other side. At the same time, it also allows more cards to reduce power with Hazmat. We've got Typhoid Mary to go and pair up with Luke Cage. Magic to allow us an extra turn to get our Odin combo off. However, if we look at some upgrades, this is the Zabu version of the deck. Again, both are just fine, but this is the version I'll be playing with. And this version's got Viper in there to go and push Sentry's Void to the other side as a free Hobgoblin. Zabu to reduce the cost on Wong, Absorbing Man, Sentry, and Typhoid Mary. And then we've got Magic and Odin to rely on that Gambit Hazmat combo once again. Now, in a perfect world, you can get a Wong down with a Hazmat, an Absorbing Man, and an Odin for an absolute nuke of a bomb. I find it much more reliable than trying to get something like Onslaught on there. And you can see down below all of the replacement options. You can make the deck like we just showed, or you can look at these different cards to plug into this version of the deck, as many of you guys are not going to have Sentry or even Absorbing Man. But keep in mind, a lot of these cards are going down to pool 3. Now, for another deck that's a bit more accessible as well, we've got Toxic Disrupt, and this is going to utilize pretty much all pool 3 cards, but this is exactly what I was talking about. Pretty rich in pool 3 cards. And this is just going to rely on constant disruption and annoying our opponents. We've got Scorpion. We've got cards to fill the opponent's lanes. We have Mojo to capitalize on that. Polaris, Arrow, Magneto to move their cards around. And then Doc Ock to pull whatever they might be hiding just to destroy that with Shang-Chi. Now, there's a lot of options you can plug in. You're going to see these same kind of replacement cards that fit this archetype. But this is definitely one that can give you a good amount of success depending where you are in your ranks and in pool 3. Now, moving on, we have a Sarah Toxic deck, and this is kind of taking some aspects of Sarah control, but mainly we're just looking to capitalize on some more Zabu craziness. Now, Zabu just combines with so many of the Toxic options that I'm going to try to test out today, and Wong, Absorbing Man, are going to do their job like the previous decks with Hazmat. But this time, we've got Moon Girl to try to clone either the Hazmats or the Wong or, again, the Absorbing Man. And then we double down with Odin with a Sarah discount. Now, I've got Adam Warlock and Titania in there. Titania can go and be replaced with something like Ebony Maw. But we have Adam Warlock to help our guaranteed chance to pull these combo cards. It's essential to obviously get the right cards. And playing a big card like Titania early with Adam Warlock can give us a much better chance to go and pull those options. Or you can go ahead and dedicate one full lane for Ebony and Adam Warlock. You won't need it anyway, as you'll just be raining down all of the combos because you're most likely going to get all the cards that you need. For the last deck that we'll be playing with today, this is definitely my favorite. It's a blend of 2 chaotic archetypes in both Zero and Toxic Disruption. Now, if you don't know how to run Zero decks, go check out the in-depth guide, Zero Nuke. That will walk you through everything you could possibly want to know. I'll put it at the top of the screen. But essentially, we've got Zero here to go and help out things like Atuma, Typhoid Mary, Red Skull, and then we can clone those with Arnim Zola. Or we can go ahead and get the massive Toxic Rain bomb off with Hazmat and Absorbing Man and Wong. Now, Sherry is going to be a huge option to either double up any of these high power options that have no risk with Luke Cage on the field. Or finally, the grand finale is Wong into Shuri, into any of these powerful cards, just giving you way more power than you would ever need, and then you can Arnim Zola that. All right, let's hop into the matches. All right, folks, I want to introduce you to Toxic Rain. You've heard of Raining Blood by Slayer. This is going to be Raining Acid. And, man, this deck is going to be fun. This is the first time I'm actually playing with the new Hazmat 2-2. Probably going to make a big difference if I were to take a stab. I've had this deck in the arsenal for a while. It kind of tested out with Sentry, terrible card. But now that we can get a Zabu out there and send it over with Viper, the Toxic deck might get a little bit better and start being a bit more consistent, right? So we have Hazmat, Brilliance. Hazmat in Dark Dimension is one of my favorite things. Let's hang on to it. Let's go ahead and hang on to it. Now, Sentry in Dark Dimension, another great card that we can kind of hang on to, fill up our right lane here to make sure that the Void isn't played into anything. And at this point, guys, we actually have a lot kind of going for us, okay? We're going to Gambit left side, hide our Gambit, start destroying some cards. Kind of a bummer. We could have Wonged that. We could go Wong, Hazmat, Odin, Luke Cage, anywhere else. I think that's enough to get the dubs. Let's do it. This is going to be like the biggest toxic... never mind just raining acid. It'll be raining like bombs. That's terrible. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. Okay, cool. So it's turn 5. I think at this point we just use magic. We need to extend this game. We need to make it longer so that we can pull these combos off, right? Hit him with the magic. And on this turn, we're going to Luke Cage. Oh, beautiful. I think we Sentry here in the middle. Hazmat now. Next turn, we Odin, Luke Cage. Bada bing, bada boom. We only have 7 power. If he some reason gets rid of Titan in some capacity, that's going to suck. Anything else, I think we're just going to absolutely ruin this guy. And, like, sure, we don't know what he has on his side, but it's going to be a bad day for him. And then the best part about this, and one thing you guys want to keep in mind when you're playing a Disrupt deck like this, and one that I think is growing, is on that last turn, especially if you're doing, like, a Hazmat bomb, you'll want to make sure that you don't have priority, because he wants to reveal the cards first so that you get the biggest Hazmat effect, right? So we're a bit on the risky side. I think Luke Cage here is kind of fun just to throw off if he does play more cards here. We kind of can outbalance that. I don't think he's going to do anything in the middle. And this is just going to... We're going to not only destroy cards, but we're going to also... God, just sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Here we go. First round with Hazmat, and we already got the combo. All right, cash. Oh, I snapped too late. It's okay. This is what you were hiding, Cash? This is what you snapped about? This guy has no idea what's coming. He has no idea. Toxic Rain. We don't even get to Hazmat anything. Well, we got to Hazmat the... We barely got to Hazmat anything because of the Gambit there. Cash, good on you. He's got the Leech too, so this man knows toxicity. All right, that was so much fun. We're going to do it again. However, I do have an addition to the deck. We're going to add Debris to add a bit more toxicity to the deck and consistency. And I have Typhoid Mary because, like, why not? We're going to get the free 210 if we have Zabu, which we do. Now, here's the fun part. We're playing a toxic fan, Frostbite. He named himself after Jotunheim, one of the most toxic locations in the game. So maybe he's a Devil Dinosaur player. Never mind. All right. Let's go and, oh, we got Clothing Vats and Nowhere. We've got the best locations for this. Okay. So just like starting to pile these in here would just be comical. we could just see how fast he retreats if I keep doing it in the middle there. Let's hope we get Luke Cage. That's really going to help us out. Overall, we're going to get man, we could just keep on bombing him here. Just keep on bombing him. And we got our boy Luke. Okay, this is fun. So Zabu here is fine. That's an option. But we really don't need to do that yet. He's snapping. Hell yeah, buddy. Let's go, Frostbite. Okay, we're definitely snapping back because we've got magic. We have Zabu. Like, we have the things that we need. And we have Century into Nowhere to make that work. So that's fine. He might brood here. That might be his, like, grand master plan. But we can just ruin that anyway. Do I even bother going into Gamma Lab right now? Or do I just throw another Hazmat on him? Let's throw another Hazmat. We're going to throw another... Oh, he's not even going into Gamma Lab. Perhaps I should have gone into Gamma Lab. That's okay, though. Okay. Another Hazmat on the board. If we get Papa Odin, he's really in for a bad day. This is probably where we Zabu. This is probably where we're going to Zabu. I'm going to Zabu right side. I'm going to Magic next turn no matter what. So actually we'll go Zabu here to protect him from Rogue or Enchantress or anything of that nature. Here's White Queen. He's going to be taking my Magic, which is fine. You can absolutely see Magic. I have no quarrel with that. Dude, we got Century too. Oh, this is, guys. This is going to be a toxic match. Straight from heaven or hell. I guess hell, right? So Odin is a great card to grab. Wong is a great card to grab. He's going to Zabu up as well. Let's dance, man. Let us dance. So he got this from Agent 13, so it's not a Patriot deck. And my guess is it's just a Devil Dinosaur fancy smancy deck. So we can get our boy Luke out just in case he has a way to get rid of Limbo. We need to just establish that now. All right, let's do some safe options here. I think I'm going to go Typhoid into Cloning Vats. We'll get another one of those. And then we'll go Century too. Let's do the power play this turn, the fun play next turn. That's the way I look at it. That's like, if he some reason does something to do something, then yeah, this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I did take Rogue out. That would have been a lot more beneficial for us this turn. Okay, we're going to hope we get Odin. Now, Odin's not near as good because we didn't get the Wong. It's so beautiful. There is a chance we lose. There is a chance we lose. However, the amount of toxic rain we're about to do, we're going to go Wong into Hazmat into Absorbing Man. And that's 4. That's -4. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. That should win us the middle and the left side. And he reveals first. Like, this is a thing of beauty, people. A thing of beauty. We're not using Typhoid. There's a lot of, like, I understand I'm risking 8 cubes here, but man, do I feel good doing it. All right, I think this is going to be good. We didn't get Odin. Let's send it. He's a toxic fan. Not good, coach, but that's okay. We still got right side. That's fine. Moon Girl. Oh, we're good. I think we're good. As soon as we bomb them here. Yeah, we're good. Dude, this is insane. Funny enough, by him playing this Jubilee and playing another card, he kind of hurt himself. Wow. This deck is something else, man. This deck is something else. I think this guy's using the new popular Devil Dinosaur deck that's getting out there. I'll tell you this. Again, it's not... you've got to have some things go your way. And you're definitely playing some risks. All right. Well, that was a lot of toxicity and a lot of rain. And Frostbite's going to have a good long thinking about what just happened to him. Probably going to change his avatar too, if I had to take a guess. All right. One more for good measure before we go on to the next deck. Just one more game to ruin somebody's day. So we have, what is it? Goddess of the Night. Okay. Goddess of the Night playing Hawkeye. Okay. Alex Trebek, I'll take, was not expecting Hawkeye on Bar Sinister. Now he's got to play on Bar Sinister. This guy's already like, This is why I don't run Hawkeye. He's already so down on himself. What is he playing? What did he go with? Oh, he's out of here. I think his one last bet was like, let's see if this guy plays middle. You should leave. Are you not going to leave? Okay. Well, your day is about to get a lot worse. All right, guys. So we're just gonna do this. If he plays more than a 4, we lose, but we have to do it. Oh man, if this guy's a sub, he's unsubscribing. We're just gonna do this, and it's gonna really ruin this guy's day. I'm gonna get a lot of joy out of it. I'm sorry I'm laughing at other people's pain. Goddess of Night is about to really probably stop playing Marvel Snap today. I could snap, why not? But we got to see the play go through. And everybody, just a salute in the chat. Salute in the chat here for what's about to happen. I feel bad. Alrighty, so we are going to go right through turn 1, folks. We did nothing there. Hit the record button, and we are on to our next turn. And we've got Hazmat. We've got a few things to kind of get some trickery rolling here. And we're going to go and try to play Adam Warlock now. Get our early card draw with the deck. Let's go in Craven. He gets a little bit of a Bifrost action. Good for him. And honestly, we've got a lot of the things we kind of need here, folks. We've got Adam Warlock. We got Titania. We got Black Widow. We are going to give our Titania over to him, which would make our Adam Warlock not work. But maybe he plays there. Nope, he doesn't. Because he's a bot that can read my mind. Aren't you there, Reed? That's fine. That's okay. We don't need it anyway. Not meaning to rhyme, but let's now go ahead and take her right on back. And we're going to fill that location up all the way, right? Hopefully that lets us have card draw for the rest of the game. And we would then definitely have all the combo pieces we need. We're getting Zabu out early as well. So we're going to have all the goodness. Now, he's definitely going to have most likely like an arrow. Something to pull us to that Kingpin. So we need to be somewhat wary of that. Okay. All right. Now we're starting to cook here. So I'm thinking we're going to Sarah this turn. It's the namestay of the deck. So I think we're going to Sarah this turn. That's going to allow us to play a ton of different options next turn. Unless he plays like a huge power bomb here, I think we're fine. And arguably, I probably should have played Sarah at the hub if he has an arrow. Because we would like to play everything at the Bifrost here. But even if I can get the majority of my combo off, that's okay. Well, great. So we know he's not going to arrow that. I don't know what Reed's master plan is here, but it's nothing too crazy. And here we go, folks. So, hot damn. Alrighty, so let's go and get our masterful combo off. He's snapping Reed. There's no way. There's no way a logical human would snap. I mean, it is 1 a.m. in the morning, but I don't know. Maybe, possibly. All right, then let's go and let's go lay it down here, folks. So we're going to do our Wong into Hazmat, into Absorbing Man, into Luke Cage, into Forge, into Typhoid. And that's gonna be all she wrote. And he can't do anything with the Luke Cage, so we're gonna snap here too. Let's hope he stays. Here's the bomb we finally been looking for. And it's gonna be an 8-cube win at that. What is he playing? Magneto? You don't even want that Titania, dude. It's about to be so bad. You don't want it. Well, I guess it kind of helped him out. I guess the Titania ended up helping him a bit. It actually gave him that perfect splitting edge there. So that was like everything we were looking for, right? Outside of the Titania, giving him the Titania early with the Adam Warlock. We had Adam Warlock give us the card draw we need to give us the combos. Sarah and Zabu create just ridiculous card reduction. And then, you know, we also played a really stupid bot. But it allowed us to go and get the combo off. So that was pretty cool. All right, Cephothan, or Cephathano. I don't know. The D looks like an O. We got what looks to be probably a Silver Surfer player. That's what they usually run when they've got the avatar. That or like, I don't know, friggin' control deck. I don't know. I pulled that out of nowhere. All right, let's go to the next round. We've got Wong, Hazmat, Zabu, all the things we could possibly want, and Typhoid. So things are going to be a lot of fun here. Locations are switching. That's not a big deal. We're going to play the Titania game nice and early. Here comes the Scorpion. Honestly, all we kind of need is Luke Cage here. Absorbing Man also works. Yeah, let's play Zabu over here. He's going to Electro now. Could be a Galactus. I don't think so. Could be a Galactus. Possibly. He gave us it for good measure, too, so thank you for that. Let's see. We've got everything we could possibly want here, people. I think we're going to do this to help our card draw. We'll play that in the middle. He's going to Vision as well. Why the Electro? Why the Electro? Because you have to move that if you're going to end up playing Galactus. So I don't think it's Galactus anymore. We got our Luke Cage. Hot damn. This is definitely like a Vision kind of... probably like the Vision, Sherry, Magneto, Arrow deck. Let's go Wong, Hazmat on this turn. Ooh, do we go with the Moon Girl now too? Tempting. Let's go Moon Girl over here. You know what would suck is if this guy ends up like Magnetoing our Wong to another location. Doctor Doom. So check this out, guys. This is the namestate of the deck. Oh my god, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so typical ramp deck. I mean, we don't have a lot of power. We have to get our... The thing is, we have to get... We could do so much carnage. We've got to get our Luke Cage on the board, right? Like, this would be so much fun. This would be so much negative going on over here, but we've got to be smart. Let's get our Hazmat. Let's get our Luke Cage. I guess the worst thing that would happen again is if he can if he somehow has the initiative, gets Magneto to pull Wong like here or something. That would be a bummer, but we still win. We'd get only 2 negatives at that point. No way this guy's got a Magneto. Come on now. Doesn't have a Magneto. He's got the next best thing, people. Got the next best thing. Doesn't matter. We turn the tide back our way. There you go. Against a pretty good deck, too. I mean, I don't know if that guy played that deck the best way possible, but that's another example on just how it works. If you get the right combo pieces and you get something like Adam Warlock to even give you, 1 or 2 more cards, that's kind of all you need. There's very early snap moments. Like, if I wasn't trying to get him to play the full game, I would have snapped probably turn 3, most likely. Even with the control deck that he was playing. We did hit the nail on the head that this guy was playing a freaking arrow control kind of deck, though. Had a feeling, even though it's a ramp deck, but you know what I mean. All right. Well, we already got the Luke Cage, guys, so this is looking pretty good. Going against Saber here. I feel like all I see is these Storm avatars and the Black Panther one. And we're not going to see the Hazmat one ever again. That guy's never playing Marvel Snap again. All right, so we've got Luke Cage. We have 0 now. 0 turn. The next turn isn't a bad idea. Luke Cage gives away what we're doing, but Miniaturized Lab protects him, so maybe we'll just throw that into him. Playing a Cerebro deck. Really going to suck for that guy. Don't give me Cerebro. Okay. So we have 0, Mr. Fantastic. We can play now. We'll go ahead and play 0 in the middle and play a Tuma next turn. Typhoid's going to be fine. If we can get Zabu, we can start laying out our 4 bombs. If we get Hazmat, obviously we can have some fun too. Wind, aid my hand. Okay. Knew that was coming. We can expect the Brood or Mr. Sinister if we had to take a guess. All right, we'll play a Tuma in the middle. I would love Hazmat at this point. Hazmat right now for the negative bomb just to ruin all of his... well, this works too. We can just destroy his Cerebro. Because if he fills up this lane, he has to play Cerebro over here, and that's just fantastic for us, right, guys? So we can Typhoid now. We could Wong now and prep for the Hazmat. But we have such a low chance to get that. So let's just Typhoid on this turn. If he plays Cerebro over here, then if we Enchantress, it messes us up. Oh, God. He Blue Marveled. All right. Well, we won. So that's the good news. Again, I made a full in-depth guide. Spent 20 hours putting it together. If you see a Blue Marvel and they're playing Cerebro too, do not Enchantress the Cerebro. If you Enchantress the Blue Marvel, then nothing gets the Cerebro buff, and it's game, set, match. And as an extra bonus, we also have Hazmat. So it's kind of like 2 for the price of 1 right now. So we're going to do this exact action. Now, the bonus he does get is that he is revealing second, which means nothing. Because he's probably going to play Cerebro and Mystique on this turn. Come on, Saber Snap. Come on. Be confident. Believe. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Okay, nope. Isn't snapping. Funny enough, though, that Blue Marvel is going to get a little bit of a buff. You know what's amazing? Victory. I almost won it for him. Like, I almost won it for him because of my Hazmat play. All right, so we haven't even really played this deck to what it's supposed to do to be a big winner. We can do the Sherry Red Skull Arnim Zola win condition if we'd like to. But you know what? This deck's more about the toxic side of things, so I'm good with that. So we've got Luke Cage. Anytime you get something like Sewer System, just gotta love the Luke Cage pull. We're going to hold on to him. We have Zabu, so at this point, a Hazmat, we're good to go. Absolutely good to go. Can't really go wrong with whatever we pull. You know, sometimes I swear YouTube hates us, right? The Subterranean, take 5 rocks, and sometimes it just says, hey, Cozy, show these people what they came here for. Give him the Hazmat. Give him the cards he needs to pull it off. And we have Absorbing Man. So as long as we don't get screwed here by, probably being honest, a million options that we could get screwed by, we've got ourselves an absolute bomb that we can play. So we're going to go Zabu left side. He could Enchantress this. He could do a lot of things, but for now, this is what we'll do. Absolutely set us up for success here. And let's go ahead and we're going to put our Typhoid over here to kind of like suggest not to Enchantress our Zabu. We're going to throw a Wong on this side. So let's go ahead and pull this one out. He's going to White Queen, which takes our Arnim Zola, which honestly is fine. If that's what he thinks we're going to do, let him think it, right? Let him think it. Oh my god, this just has everything you could want. This is going to have everything that highlights the deck. We've got the Wong out early. We don't have Initiative, so if he does Enchantress, it kind of screws our plan. But if not, we've got the massive Atuma in the middle. Absolute colossal. And then next turn, we can play Absorbing Man, Luke Cage, and Hazmat all at the same time. As long as he doesn't Enchantress the Wong. Or do something like that. And Cosmo. And just be anti-fun. Really just be anti-fun. I should have known. You know, Wong is such a fun combo card, but he just screams, mess up my combo all over his face. We can still do a big negative bomb over there is the good news. The bad news is he's going to have +3 at a lot of these locations, making it a bit harder to pull this off. Sewer System messes him up too much, and the Lizard play messes him up a little bit if he wants to stack into there. The only bad part is he has Initiative. If this is Devil Dinosaur, then that's great for him. If this is Leader, then I'm going to laugh my ass off. It was a lot closer than I would have liked it. That's for damn sure. So it would have been a lot cooler to get the whole combo off with Wong, but he did do the Cosmo route. Atuma came in pretty clutch here. Would have been like a 45 Atuma if we pulled off the Sherry Burger, but we didn't quite get to do that. So altogether, pretty cool stuff. This is obviously combining the power of Zero, even though we didn't use them, but, you know, Zero type cards. And Luke Cage is really starting to shine. He is with this kind of deck. All right, guys. We're going to let some anger out. All right, we've got our Toxic Disrupt deck, the Pool 3 edition. And this deck's all about just pissing off an opponent. Now, it's a decent deck to win with. It's not the best, right? It's more to have a little bit of fun, piss off some people. I would say for dependable rank climbing, it's not my absolute favorite. But it works. You know, you could definitely get some wins with it. And with this version of the deck, it's really Pool 3 heavy. But it can win. We don't have Hazmat in here. Luke Cage and Hazmat are in the other decks we'll play with, but I wanted to play with this one as well. So let's go ahead and we know we're going to play Doc Ock in Shuri's Lab. No question about that. That's definitely going to happen. So Mojo is going to be most likely played in the middle if we can start filling that up. Or on Ant-Man's lane, either or. All right. And Murin, let's piss you off. Okay, so that makes it even more fun. Hold the phone. Lamentis 3 coming into play. We're in Loki all of a sudden. All right. This is a lot more interesting, and I think this benefits me way more than it benefits this guy. That's what I would think. Let's play Debris over here and start plugging up his Shuri's Lab and kind of just see where he's going to play, right? Give us two options. That's beautiful. Give us two options. A little bit of lag spike there. No big deal. Okay. What I think we're going to do is we're going to Viper that over there, kind of just mess up his right lane. We're going to Black Widow middle and maybe Mojo in the middle here, depending on what this guy has. He's not snapping, which makes me think he may not have Silver Surfer. That's a big play for Lamentis. He's guaranteed to get the hammer. Got to remember that, folks. But he's running out of space to play that hammer. And now we've reached an impasse, right? So, number one, we play Doc Ock middle, 23 points, no con, 26 to 10, right? He gets 9 for buffing that up with Silver Surfer. And then we can either win right side with Magneto or maybe left side. There's no way he's got Wong and Silver Surfer. He played Rogue. He played his Widow's Bite, which stopped him from getting the hammer. Now that I think of it, that's just beautiful. Should have thought of that while commentary. Okay. So now we're at 26, right? So he can play his hammer and Silver Surfer. He can't play Wong and Silver at the same time. So middle's ours. We've got the middle. He's probably bowing out at this point. Magneto should win it. 15. He's not going to get that. We could snap now. Probably have him leave. Let's get the 2 cubes. There's really not a combo that he'll be able to run. He'll have a nice left lane. I'll give him that. But yeah, I mean, he went full in there. What is he's gonna Ironheart? Okay. Unfortunately, didn't get anything in the middle. Even if he got all 3 of those, if he got all 3 of them, he'd be closer. But not close enough, folks. But not close enough. It's going to get +2 to everything, so that would have been up to 25, and we got the win. So there we go. Some of the most evil, diabolical games that we could have put together, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this archetype, and I'm excited to see which cards come into the game to continue to make this a deck and a style that people continue to play. It definitely is pretty strong, and you can win a lot of games. I did. I only lost a handful, and for the losing report, really, the main games I lost, I just didn't have the combos that worked out for me. I got Enchantress on my Luke Cage, or something happened that interfered with the negative points, or I just got outbeat power-wise. Now, I will say it's going to get more consistent as there's different ways to either protect the cards you're using or get more certified combos down the line. Something like Zabu definitely made this even stronger with all the 4-cost options that blend into the archetype. You guys have a great rest of your day. If you haven't already, subscribe to Cozy Snap as we make our way to 50K. And until the next one, happy snapping.